Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome back for episode 496 of Journey to the Farlands. We're so close to 500. I can sense it. Anyway, world size is 47.661, I guess, if I were to round, gigabytes. True world size is probably somewhere above 80. I guess true world size, including everything, is probably well over 100 and something now, 120 something. But anywho's, let's get in. And also subscriber count has gone up, so epicness there. Now, we left off at the tail end of the Mega Marathon, which is kind of the beginning of the end of Journey. Oh, wait, is my... Hang on, maybe my audio is being weird. Give me a sec. Just gotta restart my game. I love beta Minecraft. But we left off at the tail end of quite a long marathon. It was like over 12 hours of walking, I think. Made it just around 100 thou, which I won't complain about. It was a pretty good stream. That one is in the process of kind of coming out on the channel currently as I'm streaming this. Um, Obviously, I'm kind of delaying things a bit because of my break that I'm on, well, kind of entering. Obviously, I'm still here streaming, but it's going to be a bit more infrequent for the next few days, at least until Monday. So if you see things kind of drop off, I got some scheduled uploads, but Journey is probably going to be a bit more sparse than people are used to. Um, but I figured it'd be a good time to take a break, visit with family and stuff, and enjoy the summer a bit before Journey really kicks off into, its kind of final leg, really, the kind of tail end of the journey, as I've been calling it. Oh, there's a skeleton over there. Do not want to engage with it. Anyway, yeah, that was a very good progress last stream. Many more of those to come, and I mean that like that length. There's a good handful left, especially if I want to get there in August, as I keep saying I plan to. And I've also been trying to formulate the right direction for the hidey hole. I think I'll keep it this way, so like I punch it in this way, and then I walk out, and then it's a nice, easy muscle memory thing, and I don't just do it random ways and get lost. Whatever, without my coordinates sometimes if I forget to. But also, 10.4 million. We just entered that, of course, in the marathon too, at like the very end of it. That was kind of the whole goal for that stream. That's why it went on for so long, partially. And it would have gone on longer, but I wanted to do some Below Zero. And that series has been going really well. And it's reaching its own conclusion very soon, actually. So that'll be cool. I got plenty to talk about with that, but I figured I would talk about some of the stuff I've been thinking about lately. And I'll start with like what I've been thinking about most recently, with having time away from Journey and kind of being able to just stream Journey whenever I want, for these like past few days or whatever now, and the next few days. It's kind of nice. Let me just say. Now, of course, I'm putting the pressure on myself to finish the journey in kind of the in August, because I feel like for as long as this world is around and this journey is around, I will always be pushing to the end in some regard. And so I was just like, well, kind of my logic was like, well, I'm going to be getting really busy. And I know how busy I was. I'll probably be even more busy than I was this time last year. Well, like in the fall anyway, like September-ish time. And so I was like, well, I should probably finish the journey to save another 6 months of meandering about, which wouldn't be the end of the world. But I think, as I may have talked about a little bit, it may be a bit of a symptom of a greater thing, of me just kind of growing away from Journey. I think that's something that's kind of starting to happen. I mean, it's happened. I mean, to be fair, it has been like about 3 years in this world, and it's not really a world I plan. I mean, obviously I just played it just to journey and stuff, but you never really plan these things, and so I think I'm starting to see some of the wrinkles. Oh, some bread. That's good. I'm starting to see some of the wrinkles for myself in having played a world like this for 3 years without really any planned end from the beginning. It was just kind of like I embarked on the journey, and however long it went kind of thing. And I didn't really expect to get anywhere with it. And so, of course, at this point in time now where I'm kind of committing to ending the journey so I can kind of feel free to do other streams and stuff more, kind of migrate away a little bit in that sense from the, you know, honestly just from the consistency, I guess. I think the consistency is good for Journey, and I agree. I stand by that. It's been a great series, and while it's been a very long and frequently long series, that's kind of the whole point. It's not really meant to be released in this entertaining, watchable manner. I mean, I try my best in my commentary, but at the end of the day, it started as like this solo project, and it kind of ends as the solo project. Obviously, the community gets involved, and you guys get involved in whatever ways you can with chatting and commenting and stuff. But it'll always be kind of down to me, and kind of get a bit of a shooting myself in the foot kind of thing with like, oh, just like the ending and stuff. That's just some of the stuff I've been thinking about. Not really Journey in specific. I think I've just been migrating away from Minecraft naturally. And I'm surprised it didn't really happen sooner. I mean, I'm still freaking committed, and I'm going to see this journey through no matter what. At this point, at this stage, pretty much at any stage of this journey, I was pretty good with it. And I'm surprised it took so long to reach that kind of point where I was like actually kind of moving on from Minecraft a bit. It's not that I won't play Minecraft anymore. Obviously, Journey and like at the Farlands stuff, we'll see. But I think like my channel being mostly Minecraft, those days are over very soon. Just because I feel like I want to do other things, and I feel like a lot of my ambitions with Minecraft have kind of came and went kind of thing. And that's not to say I won't stream stuff like Renewcraft or whatever, like SMPs. Like that's kind of my closest thing to actual worlds at this point. When that comes back in like a year. But for now, I just feel like it's just the way things are going. It's just kind of how I've been having so much fun with my non-Minecraft content. And stuff like Journey's been around for years and years, and it'll finally kind of enter this state of not really being as crazy or as present for me. I think that'll be nice. And kind of the SMP going on the break too is also another nice thing. So a lot of my Minecraft stuff has been going on break. I mean, obviously, recently, I might have even talked about it in one of my commentaries recently about the Alpha series, which I've started, and I've had a lot of fun with that. Old Minecraft content is not going away. Stuff like that and Minecraft Through Time will not go away. Journey, I mean, Farlands. I can talk more on Journey in a bit, but like what I say stands still. Anyway. But the Alpha series has been a lot of fun. I mean, I only did one stream on it, and you guys seem to have liked it quite a bit. So I'm going to be doing another one of those next week for sure. I think that was on Monday, so that'll be like right when I get back from my break. That'll be the first thing I stream, pretty much. Unless I stream stuff during my break, we'll see. Depends on the downtime. Like currently, I'm on downtime basically. Like I'm not really doing much. I'm not like I'm a little bit tired just because I've been working hard today. Not with like streaming or anything. I've just been like tidying up and all that and visiting and things. So it's been good. But it's been nice to kind of take the step back a bit and just kind of stream whatever. And I did do a Subnautica stream last night too, which was also quite a bit of fun. I mean, I did kind of work both yesterday and today. Well, not my job. I'm on a break from my job for a bit. Just enjoy some time off. But I did stream Subnautica. That is back officially on PlayStation as well. A lot of new series, is that and Slime Rancher too. I'm just loading up the plate with all sorts of other stuff. And I've been having a blast. I got plenty more to talk about with Minecraft content as well. But I'll stick to like the alpha and the Minecraft through time for the time being here. No pun intended with time there. But alpha was a thing that I wanted to do for a long time. Well, ever since like Minecraft through time was in alpha, and I really got like this appreciation for the very like, I mean, I always talked about the liminality of beta Minecraft, and I think that's even more so true for alpha Minecraft. And I think it's an experience really, I mean, that and like inf dev and stuff is like an experience you just don't get in Minecraft anymore. But I guess it depends how you go into it too. I think that's a big part of why I've been kind of here and there with modern and sometimes even beta when I've tried beta on its own. Is just kind of how you go into it, the mindset, the motivation, all of that stuff. But I really enjoyed the alpha stage, and I wanted to kind of enjoy that again in a proper series without limits, without kind of updating the world, and just exist in the world and just see how far I can go with it. And that's kind of what I'm going to be doing with the series, that one. That's kind of the Monday time slot series. And I was looking for something that might excite me a bit too in terms of novelty. And I realized that there was this alpha mod called Not So Secret Saturday that I had played quite some time ago now. It would have been a year or two ago now. But I played it back quite, a few years ago, and I remembered really enjoying it for the brief period, even though I didn't check out too much. A lot of the optimizations I did enjoy though. And so I decided to use that as like the base for the series. So it is Not So Secret Saturday. Technically it's the series, but it's just an alpha, essentially an alpha world series. And I'm expecting I'll have a lot of fun with that based on Minecraft through time and just my experiences with alpha and just playing it. It's a lot of fun. Just not having really much going on, you know? It's just kind of caving, like very bare bones old Minecraft caving and mining, and then you got like the very limited block palette, even more limited than beta. Although I guess actually there is some more blocks in Not So Secret Saturday, but I haven't gotten to that in the series just yet. But there is some other stuff, but for the most part, it's the alpha palette um, with a few additions, and I'm looking forward to continuing that. Like I said, that's like the first thing I've uploaded in a while that's actually gained some traction too. So I'm glad. And that kind of reminds me of like some of the days of doing, I guess, Minecraft through time, the early days of the reboot this year, or was it last year? I don't remember when I started that series. It's been a while anyway since I've started Minecraft through time. But it reminds me of back then, people really liked the beginning of that series, and there was a good flock sticking around throughout, and I respect everyone who kind of sticks around, or I guess it could even just be new people's, but I just like that, like the bit of that motivation. It's always good. Even though I was already kind of dead set on making it a series and continuing it, it is still always a good thing to see. And that really, like I said, is just untethered. No journey to the Farlands, no monoliths, no updating kind of thing. Like just Minecraft, just old Minecraft, because I haven't played, well, I should start by saying I haven't played a Minecraft world for a long time. And I know that sounds hypocritical because I've played Journey for 3 years. But this world, I always talk about it. I just say it's not what I see as like a traditional world. That's why I have the streams now labeled as just chatting, because I think it's more of just a dialogue at this point than anything. Sure, I talk about the stuff that's going on in the world occasionally, like I am today, but it oftentimes just turns into the people in the chat or the YouTube comments or whatever mainly getting the spotlight rather than the actual stuff in the game. And I think that's kind of the best way to do it, just because there's, like I said, not much going on. And this isn't what I would consider a conventional world. It is anything but. So I haven't done a long conventional Minecraft world. Let me say that, without like this like huge end goal of like the Farlands or like an SMP, which only went on like a year or something. So I'm kind of out of my element when I'm at, in terms of like a longer world or a longer series or something like that, aside from the obvious elephant in the room. So I really want to experiment with stuff like that, trying to push myself a bit. Not, of course, to the point of burnout, like I have done with the survival multiplayer, but I want to, just mess around and explore different things. Maybe not live in my comfort zone all the time. I mean, I always try to push for new territory anyway, but it's always a good sign, a good thing in like a world like that. Just no real craziness and no other people, no progression to rush through. Hardly any progression to rush through. I could do that in like one stream because the getting diamond is pretty easy, and that's the most you can do really in terms of progression. The rest is up to you. um, I can go back to that actually. I'll write that down. That's a good thing to talk about. I'll come back to that later. But oh yeah, Subnautica 2. A lot of stuff's come around about Subnautica 2. I mean, I obviously don't know how many of the people who watch Journey kind of know of the Subnautica stuff, but I figured I'd talk about it anyways. This is kind of like the hub of the channel, really, where all of the series is kind of have a spot to where I can talk about them and stuff, even if it's not like the most exciting stuff for each of them for everybody. But there's been a lot of stuff, a lot of uproar, I guess you would call it, for Subnautica 2, at least behind the scenes, where I guess the big thing is that I'll try to watch my wording because you don't know too much, but basically three of the leads behind Subnautica, like or Below Zero, like kind of like some big leaders behind the Unknown Worlds, are founders. Kind of, I don't know what the word would be. I guess they got kind of ousted or whatever you would call it. They left, or whatever, by whatever means. And Unknown Worlds is owned by a corporation known for publishing games like PUBG and what other games? Inzoi, Krafton, I'm talking about. I know Inzoi is another one because I'm kind of in the life simulator sphere a little bit, not so much right now, but I've been kind of had a keen eye on that kind of aspect of things. I've always been into those games, but a lot of people have had worries about this because of letting go of leaders this kind of close to early access is a little bit alarming. And I mean, I feel like people are, it's rightfully so kind of thing. There's been, of course, like another press or like a release from the actual developers of Subnautica 2, kind of reassuring people that things will kind of remain the same and won't be, as people kind of describe them, that things are still on track and that these people didn't have too much to do with the development or the direction of the game that were let go or whatever, that like they were kind of already kind of had their foot in the door type thing. And I don't really have too much to say on that in specific. I'm more just going to kind of talk about things in general. My current opinion is I'm kind of still hopefully optimistic. I'm going to choose to believe in the development team currently. I'm always kind of the optimist though. So if you're looking for someone who's like realistic, like on wish list, don't support early access, whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. Like I still support developers and stuff. Obviously, I'm a bit more hesitant, but that doesn't mean I won't still be open to trying things out or at least looking into things just to see if they would be good for me. Going into it blind at this point, I don't know. We'll see. I'm a little bit cautious about it, especially with a big publisher involved. I know myself and a lot of people who've kind of had experiences with games developed, and the publisher being this big corporation, making it into this greedy, or greedy corporations making things into cash grabs and with microtransactions and battle passes and stuff. And it sounds like everything's like that these days. Everyone's saying that, but it is true actually, because I talk about life simulation. Oh, The Sims is a whole can of worms. And I'm on the outside of it now by this point. I don't really support The Sims 4 or most of the stuff that goes on nowadays with EA and Maxis. But that's another example, and I'm certainly trying to remain hopeful that it's not another one of those, but it's not impossible that that's what was going on, was that there was a creative difference and that these people were thrown out because of that, and that now things will be changing. Obviously, the developers have said that they won't, but they kind of have to say that to quell the flames a bit. Like they can't say, "Oh, we're screwed" or whatever. Everything's on fire, abandoned ship type thing. Some knock reference as well, the song. But I don't know. We don't really know. I think that's the biggest issue with a lot of this stuff is we just don't really know what's going on, and like completely anyway. Uh, and just have to have hope with the new CEO that's been appointed, who's apparently responsible behind some disastrous thing. I don't know too much about the Callisto Protocol, but that was one of the projects this new CEO was behind, and apparently he's apologized for it. Anyway, there's been a lot of stuff going around, and I've been looking on Reddit and stuff, just like staying up to date on the news and stuff, like the Subnautica subreddit and the Discord and stuff, just to try and piece together some of the stuff going on. So I'm gonna keep my ear to it, and I'll probably still talk about it, because I'm still, I'm still very into the game. And of course, after Subnautica and Below Zero are done, I definitely want to at least look into it. We'll see if I actually stream. I know you. I leave a comment on this video if you see this. Like and subscribe, please. Yes, yes. Follow Jason's advice. I'll never even say that actually. I never even say like and subscribe, but yeah. I mean, if you made it this far. But yeah, no, Subnautica 2. I'll be keeping an ear to it. Hopefully things go okay, and hopefully it doesn't turn out to be this like microtransaction filled piece of garbage or whatever. I really from what I've seen from the developers, it looks like it's going to be a really interesting thing. Just chatting. Okay, buddy. That bell for notifications so you can be notified for his upcoming videos. Indeed. You never know when I'll upload after Journey. Or even on my breaks, like this point in time. Well, yes. My friend, how are you? Oh, boy. Yeah, how are you, boys? How's things going? I was just talking about how Subnautica 2 is gonna be the next Sims 4. No, I'm just joking. Power went out twice? Oh, brother. My power almost went out during that marathon. I think I mentioned that in the stream there. Someone's car got lit on fire because a tree fell on a power line and crashed onto the car. Oh. That's not good. That's not good. Are they okay? Yeah, that's usually a question to be asked. Yeah, they were in their house. Oh, okay, good. Not good for the car, but at least they weren't in it. At least they didn't get injured or anything. Hmm. Oh yeah, I was supposed to get a nasty storm coming tomorrow. Will I stream anyway? I don't know. I mean, usually if there's thunder and a friggin' power line fell in someone's car, I don't know. I maybe just play it low key for now until things quell a bit. It's usually what I do. But my daily stream streak, oh my gosh, buddy. Yeah, yeah. Was just talking. I don't know if you caught the discussion, Blaze, but I was just talking about the situation with Unknown Worlds. I'm kind of expressing a bit of my optimism. Bit of optimism. I got faith. I definitely have faith. Here's your daily stream streak, 10-minute stream, easy. Yeah, there you go. You don't even have to do like quote unquote short stream and you do like a 3-hour stream. You know. Anyway, I guess I can get back to some of my discussion topics. I guess I talked about that. I've been playing some other games. As I mentioned earlier in this episode, how I've been kind of shifting away from Minecraft stuff. I've been really, well, of course, with the Steam Summer Sale, and of course the PlayStation one now. Been indulging in some other games, streaming and non-streaming stuff. I have not streamed Foundation and Idle Colony, but I've been playing those games a lot. Well, Idle Colony, I wouldn't say I've been playing. I've just been kind of idling. Unknown Worlds really getting into the unknown now. Yeah, yep, for sure they are. Sloth bears? What the hell are sloth bears? What has science gone too far? Yeah, cherry bears, yep, that's the only one I know. Yeah, Foundation's cool. Foundation's a medieval city builder. I've been enjoying that one. I meant to play it since like 2019. I finally got around to it like 6 years later. I think that was 2019 when it first like came out to early access or whenever. And it like released a while back. I just never got around to it. I got a few of those games. Slime Rancher 2 is another one. That one I'll get to after Slime Rancher as well. They are the most viscous bears. They are more violent than polar bears because they have to fight tigers. Not as big as polar bears though. When before playing Spider-Man 2? Oh, that's a good one actually, because funny thing, I got my PlayStation with the purpose of playing that game, and then I never finished it. I made it like halfway through the game. So that one I could stream. I could stream that one at some point, yeah. Because I could add that to my list. I should update my list with all the things I've been streaming. Holy hell. I've been like, I've been on fire with starting all sorts of new things. Continuing them is the other question, but you know, a start is a start. Sorry, guys, I'm sorry. Sorry for what? We need the spotlight again, yeah. I spelled it wrong. Oh, vicious. Yeah, visc. Yeah, that was. I completely just went over my head there. Yeah, it's funny. Series ideas. I have done Alpha Minecraft. Um, Slime Rancher I've done now too. Well, I'm starting. All of those are in progress. In fact, let's see what happens. So yeah, I want to bring that back, honestly, but I also want to bring Minecraft Through Time back. Spider-Man 2 you'll probably get done soon too if you halfway. Yeah, perhaps. Play is not about to convince me to start another series. Okay, give me a freaking bit, okay, buddy. Do a Minecraft series, but give me remote access to your PC. Like I literally like went on like this whole discussion about how I'm like basically moving on from Minecraft, like for quite a while after, as apart from like my old Minecraft series. Yeah, the movie, the game. Oh yeah, Spider-Man 2, the movie, the game. The game. The game, the movie. Talking about Spider-Man 2, the game. I guess there's actually like, isn't there two like there's way more than two. There's like a bunch of Spider-Man 2s. You're too young. Oh, brother. I did say PlayStation. PS2, Spider-Man 2, pizza delivery mission, hell yeah. God, even after seeing like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, I still can't get like the friggin' YTPs out of my head. With like someone like with their life at stake and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man just sitting there eating a hot dog in the YTP repeatedly. Like it's just it's moments AI cannot recreate. Don't even get me started on AI. Tobey Maguire, of course. He's everywhere. Oh, he is everywhere. What in the Grand Canyon? The canyon. Ah! It's because I'm falling while I'm writing the name. I'm gonna get some dirt in your eye. The canyon of I'm gonna get some dirt in your eye. That's a good name. Very abstract. Gonna cry? Gonna cry. Oh my gosh. Okay, anyway. Yeah, Isle Colony is another one. That one's just been like a colony management game. I know Devin wanted me to try out Dwarf Fortress. I might stream that one at some point if I get that game. I haven't really thought about playing that one. But I know Devin said I might like it. Like colony management games. Which I guess Foundation is also a colony management game. Worked on Mod Pack a bit today. Oh, nice. I didn't really do shit. Just relax. Well, relax is a term. Well, I mean, actually, I relaxed for like the latter end of my day. I worked like on like cleaning and stuff the first part of my day, preparing for the crazy weekend ahead of me. Didn't it last night stream it. Oh my gosh, Blaze, you're friggin' slacking. Get better. Okay, let me. I was up late editing last night though. After that Subnautica stream, I finished the Below Zero episode. Yes, it was the same one. I was working on it the whole day. It was a nightmare. Because I went through editing it, I was like, this is way too long. It was like an hour and a half. I was like, I need it way shorter than this. And so I got it down to like a better cut. So that one's coming out Saturday, tomorrow. I did, no, not tomorrow. 2 days from now. Oh, brother. Yeah, my perception of time is a bit off. Next episode uploading 11:50. Yeah, Blaze is on the grind. Gonna be done Subnautica before next week. Okay, okay, let me see. Oh yeah, I saw this screenshot. Maybe I should show it to the stream so we can talk about it. I saw it on the subreddit and I wanted to hear people's thoughts on it. Or at least like whoever's here. Like Blaze, I guess. Where did it save it to? I have the 4K version of it. I don't know, buddy. I literally don't see much of a difference. Oh, my file explorer is being funny. Is it image 0? It is image 0. You have to mine the friggin' thing. It's from the Phoenix SC subreddit. But I found this. And I feel like this captures a pretty good kind of thing with the Minecraft progression right now. And Devin's discussed it with me to quite a good deal, and we've talked about it, and I've even talked about it with him too. This might be part of my issues with modern Minecraft. Well, yeah. I mean, like, they added the copper armor. Copper armor is gonna make early game so much more fun. But like, I don't know. I'm not turning into a modern Minecraft hater. I'm not just gonna become one of those people that's like, modern Minecraft's bad. I actually really like modern Minecraft. I have a lot of fun with it. but I can see where a lot of people are coming from with the progression issues. But as the devil's advocate, I must say Minecraft has kind of always been this way progression wise. I'm not saying that that's like like an excuse, but Minecraft has never really been focused around progression. It's always been kind of this open-ended thing anyway, and it's more just been like a creative game. And I think the issue with that in modern Minecraft, I guess they're kind of starting to tackle that, is that to get to the creative parts of the games, you have to get through that progression one way or another. And especially the way I like to be creative in Minecraft, I need to get like good stuff so it doesn't take me 500 years to do everything. Although maybe that's what Mojang wants. I don't know. Thought you meant that one. Wait, what's up? But anyway, in the last episode, I showed off like the copper stuff that is being added. I haven't talked about that in a commentary episode yet, because technically the one the other day was like a no commentary since it was like so late into the episode. So yeah, copper's being added to Minecraft. No, just kidding. Copper gear and the copper golem, which I'm really excited about the copper golem. That was like really cool, and the gear is actually pretty cool too. I quite like a nice bridge between stone and iron. But I feel like they've opened two different Pandora's boxes. They've opened the Pandora's box on progression, and they've opened the Pandora's box on progression and the mobs from the mob votes, which I'm interested to see if they implement any more. Because they already kind of teased the copper golem was teased, and they at the end of the short there's like a bunch of flowers. So I wonder if that's teasing the moo bloom, and if they're teasing the glare as well with like the torches thing in the video, and also like in like their promotional thing. Even with leading up to the copper golem, there's like lit up stuff in the background. Who knows? If there's more to it, then cool. But if it's like what they've currently added, I think I'm kind of cool with that too, because I know Minecraft's kind of scaled back, and some people have been kind of posing on the subreddit that it might be, or on like just like some stuff that I've seen, that it might just be because they're working on something in the background. But it could just be the fact that this is just what they want for the game, and there's nothing really else to it too. I'm back. Welcome back. You'll get it? Get what? Get what? Falls in dumpster. My back. My back. Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, speaking of Toby Maguire. And it was funny that like the copper stuff, literally like, when I sent Devin it, he was like, "That is exactly what I said." Because I called him. We were like, or I don't know if I called him, but we were like talking about it. I was like, "It might be the copper golem." He was like, "It could be like copper stuff," and it was like both of them. It was crazy. Maybe I'd go do an actual quick stream. Oh my gosh, buddy, like you were too caught up in the daily streamage. I mean, I respect the grind, but daily Subnautica streams is, wild. 'Cause daily Subnautica streams is, is wild. 'Cause daily Subnautica streams is, is wild. 'Cause daily Subnautica streams is, 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 At that rate, why not just do like a 12-hour instead of like 12 1-hour streams? Or like 6 2-hour, I guess. Feel like I was. Bro thinks I can do all that in one sitting. So Blaze is just telling me he's weak. No, I'm just just joking. Nah, I'm just playing. You go stream, you have fun. I'm almost at the end of my hour of natural commentary anyway. I hit a good groove with Journey is my love for Journey is dying. 16-hour stream by Blaze Aqua. Must be tweaking. That's just what Blaze does, you know. Yeah, that's the other thing I want to talk about. I was like, oh, I'll talk about that later. Or I think that it might have been the progression thing that I wanted to talk about later, because that's the thing I wrote down. You talk until you can't. Yeah, that's just how she goes. How she goes sometimes. But I'll have to see about the end of the journey, because I know Lufo, when Lufo joined my stream during the marathon to raid, I was like, well, what are you going to do when you reach the Farlands? Because oftentimes, like, people reach the Farlands and they don't really do a whole lot. And I was like, well, I kind of want to build a base and stuff and all this. But we'll have to see when I get there how I'm feeling. Because it might just be the case of me getting there and it's just like, that's it, you know? I might just be like, naturally, that is the way I feel like things should go. Because I didn't really consider that, because I was like, oh yeah, Farlands are really cool. It'd just be like the ultimate base location, like my go-to beta world, basically. But I mean, I do neglect the fact that I've like spent 3 years in this world and built like 6 bases. So, you, but that was also leading up to the Farlands, so it's hard to say, because I've kind of talked about it this whole time with the expectation that I would be doing things there, but I didn't quite think about the fact that maybe I just won't. Maybe it just won't be something I want to do, but only time will have to tell for that. I can't really predict that. I can just be like, will I not? To be or not to be? That is the question. Make the Farlands like normal lands? Oh. Oh no. Oh, that would take a lot of work. And plus they're like infinite. Pretty like even like with my mod especially. I mean that's something until the end of time, just terraforming. Just friggin' hitting my head against the wall. Infinite content, infinite terraforming to oblivion, terraforming in oblivion. The ultimate terraforming project. I still have my to-do list. I'm not like forgetting about the things I've put on my to-do list, like my sign hall and stuff. I'm definitely gonna do that. Lufo mentioned that too. It's funny that like multiple people have thought of this kind of stuff. I mean, it's only fair to show some respect to some of the people that have made their impact, even if they weren't like actually the ones walking, you know. Quick cough break. I gotta start streaming earlier so Blaze can catch my streams. Exclamation mark lurk. Yeah. Saw the Farlands guy. Oh yeah, Farlands guy. Are you talking about the person who joins the stream, Farlands guy, or just me, Farland guy? Because there's someone who actually chats called Farlands guy. Yeah, person. Cool. That's cool. I need to break out some blocks. I think I'm done. Well, actually, my friggin' drink's done anyway, but I friggin' went down the wrong pipe. Oh, brother. Bean Man. Yeah, that's the name. Don't wear it out. I must leave. Alright. Alright. Oh, fare thee well. Enjoy yourself, whatever you do. And peace out, of course. Take care. I guess I should say as well. Take what is important and take it. Oh yeah, that's a way to go with it. And what it isn't is like isn't. Wow, truer words have never been spoken. Okay, let me set down to bed for one more day. Well, actually, I can. I'll do one more day. We'll see. Before no commentary. Oh, and then comes the question of what I will enjoy after this and then no commentary. We'll see. Probably some stuff. Am I a better philosopher or lifter? That is the question. The true duality of Jason. Oh, I should place my bed down. Bedtime. Good night. Sleep tight. Anywho's. A lot of questions and a lot of interesting serious discussion. Everything is flipped up on its head for now. But you know, when is it not for my channel? That is just the way of things. Just the epicness of the Beam of 4 channel. Just everything being on the fritz. Well, not on the fritz, but everything being, you know, likely for a toss-up with serious discussion. I know. Weren't you going to bed? What happened to go to bed? Was a question. I feel like you want me to go to bed now. No. I don't want you to go. You just said you were gonna go, so I usually when someone says they're gonna go, they go. Nothing really personal about me saying that. It's just Bean Man hates Jason. Yep, it's official. Cancel Beam of 4 for wanting someone to get a good night's rest. Clearly, because they prioritize sleep. Because yeah, I'm not as good with sleep. Sleep and I have an interesting relationship. Oh wait, no, we're good. And the C418 plays Jason out. Good lullaby. Actually, you know what? I feel like Minecraft music would be pretty easy to fall asleep to. Speaking of, I almost fell asleep. Anyhow. A lot of questions. What will Beam4 do at the Farlands? When will Beam4 make a heartfelt return to modern Minecraft? Well, the answer is pretty straightforward. It'll be when Renewcraft comes back in a year. I don't really think I'll be playing much modern Minecraft until then. Not that I don't like the modern development stuff. I'm actually really into it, hence why I've been talking about it so much. And the progression job was less, well, I don't even call it a job. That was just like that meme. It was just kind of to generate some discussion, maybe get some discussion topics from you guys, perhaps. Some stuff to chat away at in the comments. I think the copper edition is really cool, and it's exactly what I kind of like about Minecraft is just adding stuff like that, and also the copper golem. Oh, base management storage. I can't wait to try that out. Same thing with like the gas stuff. I haven't played around with that, of course, because Renewcraft kind of, well, I entered my hiatus with Renewcraft long before Renewcraft was gonna close, so I was already kind of out of the loop when that came out. And so I'm definitely gonna have to give that a look at later. Of course, in like that like a year, so I got even that drop's worth of content to check out. So I'll have a lot of stuff. And I'm sure whatever else comes out in probably the winter drop, the spring drop again, full cycle, and maybe even the summer drop. Who knows when Renewcraft will come back? But that'll be my return to there. Otherwise, I'll just be doing my old Minecraft projects, puttering away and drifting away from Minecraft for the most part, apart from that. Which I know it's a bit like counterintuitive to be like, well, I'm drifting away from Minecraft, but I'm still playing old Minecraft. It's just is the stuff I really enjoy, or I've been really enjoying lately, and I'm just gonna keep doing that until the call for modern comes back, aka the call for SMPs and stuff when everyone's on burnout. And I kind of just figured a year would be a nice clean mark, you know? Not exactly a year, it won't be like July next year, but it'll be like around that time. Just when everyone's at their freest, and hopefully that should give everyone, even myself, enough time to get excited about the new stuff and just ready to jump in. Ready to jump in and stream it again. Or just play it, who knows? Maybe I won't even stream it. Depends where I'm even at that point. It's hard to think that far in the future considering Journey. I mean, there is always the chance that I don't reach the Farlands before the end of the summer, but I mean, I'm expecting to do some more of those long marathons like I did this week, so hopefully I should get there in a relatively nice time frame. And I don't have to be like, guys, gonna have to do another 6 months of walking, you know? I won't even be that at this point. I'm pretty darn close. Under 2 million. Well, not under, but I'll be around 2 million very soon. So under 2 million at 10.55 mil. But yeah, I don't mean like a lot of the stuff I say is like slights. I actually really enjoy like the modern development of Minecraft, and I'm a very like, optimistic person. Like I'm very hopeful that I'll come back to modern Minecraft and have a lot of fun with it. I'm not like one of those people that's like, oh, old Minecraft is like the only way, you know. I like both. You know, I think it's fair to just like both sometimes and not have to always pick a side. Because sometimes it's best to just enjoy what you enjoy. Just leave it at that. Alright, some boats. Get my hidey hole stuff at the ready. Actually, I mean, I'm not ending the episode. I guess I don't really need to do that. Don't need all the intricacy. Also, I'm not like rushing out Journey because I don't love it anymore either. I'm very passionate about this world. I just feel like I'm going elsewhere in life and like in personal interests. Like I still like the old Minecraft stuff, but like Journey, I feel like I'm outgrowing. Like that's my honest thing. Like that's just like not really within my control. That's just how I'm naturally feeling about it now. And so that's why I'm like doing all these marathons and stuff so I can keep the hype for myself and push to the end and get that initial kind of mindset I had with Journey and about like reaching the end and all that. I mean, I say initial, I've had it the whole time. But just keep that going until the end and not kind of sour out Journey, I wouldn't really want that to happen because it's such a cool series. And I feel like it deserves to go out with the bang that I feel like it does. And one thing I also tossed around in the marathon episode was actually disabling coordinates. Now, I know it sounds a bit controversial, um, but I thought that might be an interesting idea for like the last million to even get a bit of excitement. Although it does mean that I won't really be able to tell when I will reach the Farlands. I mean, that's kind of the point. But it won't be like I have like this big finish stream. Like, I mean, it will be a big finish stream, but I won't know which one it'll be, kind of thing. Could probably like triangulate it, I'm sure. But um, I figured that is an idea. I don't know if I will do that because that would require me to just completely disable coordinates past like 11.5 million or 12 million or whatever it be. But basically the last million or 1.5 million or 500,000. And obviously, to keep the archive, I would still take screenshots of coordinates, but I wouldn't look at them. And I wouldn't update the descriptions until I actually, reach the end. And then the cohesive stuff could actually work. Although that doesn't really account for like if the stream were to break up and I need to break it in half or something. Or like accidentally gets broken and I have to like anyway in that event I don't have to worry about like keeping it exact. I'll just keep it to the day in that case like I used to. But that's an idea. That's some food for thought. If people think that would be interesting, just to not know which Farland I'll reach first, because I'm going to the corner, so obviously I'll see two different sets that'll kind of converge together. But yeah, that's something I've been thinking about as well. Obviously, what I do at the Farlands is, of course, hot debate now for me. But that'll, of course, like I said earlier, just remain to be seen. But yeah, I feel like that's a pretty good bundle of discussion. And the only thing I haven't really touched on is Slime Rancher, which I started that and I picked up the second game alongside, I think, Idle Colony. And I've been having a lot of fun with Slime Rancher. I did one stream on it, like a 4-hour one. I made it pretty friggin' far for not knowing much about the game at this stage, because I hadn't played it in years. I still remembered fair bets, so I knew bits and pieces, but it was still like pretty surprising. I mean, still, it's not a terribly long game, so I'm not surprised I was able to make it to like a pretty far area, but in like the first stream, and also considering it was a 4-hour stream. But I still had a lot of fun with it, and I'll probably do another stream on that next week. I'll skip this week just because this week's a bit messy. But yeah, that pretty much concludes the commentary discussion. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break, and then I'll get back with the no commentary, so I can just chill for a bit. I just figured I'd talk because there's a bunch of stuff going on in the gaming community lately, and also the don't kill games, I think is what it's the movement, which is like pushing companies to have like games accessible, which is very cool. It's only the petitions are only available to like the UK and I think EU maybe, which is very I really like the EU. I'm not to talk political, but I really like what they do with things certain times, like the USB-C and now this with the game. Like they seem to be very good with like the gaming legislation. But like saving games basically from basically not being playable anymore, which I think is a really neat thing. And yeah, it's gotten over 1 million signatures, which is excellent. I'm very looking forward to seeing kind of what lasting impact that leaves on the gaming community through companies and stuff, through mandates and things like that, and like having games be accessible and not having, like having a more official means of accessing things through, rather than like unsavory things that I probably shouldn't say. But anyway, I wanted to briefly touch on that too. Just a lot of stuff with the gaming community, and of course, like the stuff that I'm interested in. There's a lot of stuff like Subnautica and of course The Sims too. So I figured I'd touch on some of that and also the journey and everything. So much, at all the fronts, just everything. Things are happening. But anyway, I'm not gonna leave the discussion going too much longer. I'm gonna go and come back later at the end. So yeah, see you then. Gosh, noisy mobs out there. But that's gonna have to do it for today. A little bit of death today. um, Needless to say, I will probably be getting my mushrooms back. That was a lesson in not having mushrooms and not being prepared, so I will probably carry a lot more mushrooms on me now. Like I used to. I'm reverting to my old ways. Inventory, clearing, bah, never heard of it. But I guess until I hunt all my mushrooms back, that is it for now. So thank you all for tuning in, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Alright, peace.